That's what I say
we're
before
back.
sex.
Damn.
Listen, everybody just missed that part because I said, "Well, we're back," and then you said that, but you were talking about something different. But either way, people, we're back. We're here.
I mean, either
Shiny.
one. I guess either one was appropriate. We're back.
Right. We're back. Well, we're here. We're here again.
It's all going down
Shiny.
again.
In Dr. Sleep.
Sorry, let me clean up my mouth.
Mick knows.
Sturdy likes it a certain way before a show. He needs to be relaxed.
Listen. Let's 30 out of that.
I think there's a term. Is there a term for that? It's called buffer.
Well, no, what happens is because we're so far away from each other, he asked me to get the Ouija board out, and then I put like a suction cup dildo right in the middle.
Yeah.
And if it goes right to the dildo, I got to put my mouth on it and then say sturdy 3 times before I can take it off.
Nope.
Like saying Medusa 3 times in the mirror, right?
Candyman.
Wow.
Pre-show rituals are important.
That's a wild ass ritual that I'm not a part of.
It's the world of entertainment.
You seen what happened when you pulled the Ouija boards up the last time, Mick? What happened? The colors left.
Well, after I do that, though, I always have to turn around and say, thanks, Nugs.
That shit was crazy. That came up in my role that morning, the Busy Bones, Bone Thugs Harmony thing. And then all of a sudden I look down in the chat and I see this shit. I was like, oh, hell no, send.
That's true.
Oh shit. But yeah, we're back though. How are you guys doing tonight? How's everybody doing?
Good.
Delightful.
That's good.
Little Thor went out and did some snow plowing, blower thing, whatever you call that fucking thing.
Hey, time out, James.
Is that what you call? You say you fucking.
I shoveled. I shoveled, and I'm good.
Not me. I'm sore as fuck, man.
From pushing a snowblower?
Well, it's one of the. It's so. We got a stronger one, and it's
I shoveled too, and I'm fine, and I have back.
No, the vibration from this fucking thing. When you're done, you open your hands. Your hands shake. You can't stop. You're like, what the fuck,
dude? First of all, I'm going to defend my son here for a second. As a fellow big man, although you've lost a lot of weight, and we're very proud of you. As a fellow big man, your body tends to hurt a little bit more than you normies.
That's true.
Chris kind of gets it because, like, he's tall, and tall right there is already. Our heart is the same size as all of yours. So
you realize I was almost 400 pounds, like 4 times in my life in the past, like 3 years, right?
A Puerto Rican 400 isn't a white 400.
Yeah, it's not.
A Puerto Rican 400 doesn't wear spandex and go to Walmart. All right, calm down. All right, a Puerto Rican 400 is going to get some work done. A white 400 is maybe going to get like no work done
because their fucking refrigerator
thighs hurt or something.
I think we have a new hashtag. The hashtag the Puerto Rican 400.
Hey, on our show we got a Honduras too. Now we got the Puerto Rican 400. So
there we go.
Is what it is.
Holy shit!
So fat white guys, we're trying. We're trying to keep up.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear it.
Give us a little break.
I don't want to hear it.
Listen, I'm sick and I can't breathe. I start sweating if I don't have a fan on me when I'm sick because like it takes a little bit harder to get the air in. So then I'm like, my jowls start getting sweaty. It's tough. My wife looks at me like, "Oh my god,
he's got to start breathing through the brown hole."
Hey, whoa, no.
Shouldn't say that. No, not her. You.
Oh yeah, I'm a bitch.
I'm not talking about your wife. When you said she looks at you, I'm saying she was saying, "What a bitch."
No. He's cool. Me, I'm like, I'm on my back again. I can't get up.
Like a turtle that got flipped over.
Oh, I forgot to put my Ninja Turtle shirt back on.
Why did you even take it off?
I had to go to the bathroom. And we're going to leave it at that.
Go on, Chad.
Oh, man, that's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, and to give you guys a stark contrast, I'm sorry you guys had such a laborious, intensive outdoor day in the elements. I Stood outside for a little bit, kind of thought about where I'm going to dig some holes in 75-degree weather, and then plotted out where I'm going to have on the back porch here my veggies, and then where ornamental and a willow tree or, yeah. And then I took out my leaf blower, and then I unblew the front porch. All of this was done in a t-shirt and shorts, by the way, a wife beater at that.
Well,
And then I went for a walk with the dog.
Hold on. You took out the leaf blower and then you unblew the porch?
Yeah.
No. Blew the front porch off.
Okay.
Yeah,
you said unblew.
He blew it.
I'll tell you, he's right though. Like for like where you guys live and how much snow you have to deal with. He like down here, yeah, like it was warm today. Like it was a really warm day out. Was worth shorts.
And this is why the Puerto Rican 400's a lot different.
Well, no, life down south, he may be able to wear shorts, but it's a lot more dangerous for him.
Which is why I, am certain place.
That's fair. That's fair.
Undisclosed location.
Yep. And what's funny is he's already talking about landscape. Like I know we have the jokes with him, but he's the one who always has the kid.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I got like 10 or 15 fucking tomato plants sitting right on my dining room table, bro. Like I can't wait. I can't wait.
Which is, I mean, it's dope because you're eating better, you're eating cleaner when you're growing your own food and shit. But it's just
I got green onions now. I got fucking ginger, turmeric. I'm excited.
I think what makes it funnier for me is like how last year, fucking during the summer, spring to summer, you're like, oh shit, I lost track of time, guys. My bad. I'm on my way to the pod. I was outside gardening or landscaping. I'm like, yo, the stereotype, man. Come on.
I was all excited because it's the first time I actually learned how to string a weed whacker the right way, and it worked. And I just wanted to just keep going. I wanted to do the neighbors, do the whole cul-de-sac. You know what I mean?
Oh shit!
I was gonna put on my big ass white New Balance shorts with my New Balance sneakers with my khaki shorts and my polo T-shirt, and just go around asking, "Hey, can I edge that for you, neighbor?"
You're just missing a kid. I got one for you if you want.
I got the 2 dogs.
You want a third? Child support's killing me.
Well, I don't see it. Who are you sending that check to?
Your mom. She has to make sure you're fed well.
That bitch.
It's apparently only verbal support.
Oh man.
Yeah, she had to buy you all the secondhand sweatshirts with 49ers on them.
Who's buying the dildos for the Ouija board?
I was gonna say
no, those I have. Those
but I wasn't gonna.
That's when Sturdy comes down to Virginia.
Nope. Nope. Pull that Ouija board out, I'll go right back. I'll just leave. Mary, what? Mary, like, Aaron, what's going on? Why you leave? Fuck Mick. Goddamn Ouija board.
Talk about holy fuck.
Oh man.
You know who needed a Ouija board?
Like that's just like burning a cross on my lawn.
Wendy Torrance. She needed a Ouija board.
I just like the idea of a dildo being
that's
stuck.
A little closer to
I just like the idea of a dildo being stuck on the Ouija board, and when you want it to point to a letter, the dildo moves and points to the letter.
Oh my gosh. Oh shit. So The Shining.
We all got the shine.
Yeah. Oh man, imagine having that shit. Like,
it's
just too much to deal with.
Nope, I wish.
It depends. Like some days, yeah.
I would love to have a psychic ability. Come on.
Like, oh shit, where'd I put? Like, I'd be using it for shit just because I forgot where I put shit. Oh, where'd I put my car keys? They're right next to you, asshole.
No.
Stupid shit like that.
But it's like, fuck, man, if you do got that shit and you try to like seek help or you tell your doctor or whatever, like, what are you getting classified as? You know what I mean?
Oh,
and then what pills are they giving you that, guess what? It ain't working anyway because that's not the problem.
Yeah.
That's why you got to convince them. You tell them something about like what Danny did with that in Dr. Sleep with that dude.
What about with your kids though? When they got the shine, it's just like, yo, listen, go to bed. No, you go to bed.
Oh yeah. Like, okay. I am having ice cream for breakfast.
Oh, I'm
I am
stronger than
saying-
that shine. You kids are gonna not eat ice cream for breakfast. That's what happen.
You're going to see shine when I punch you in the side of your
Wait,
head.
you know what's stronger than that,
Damn.
Sean? This belt.
Yeah, they'll
Oh,
have
you want to
beat
be
yourself
Danny
with
Torrance? How about some Jack in your life? Grab the axe.
chasing around. Get over here.
I'm not gonna hurt.
Oh my goodness.
Not gonna hurt you.
Just gonna bash your fucking brains.
Tony, that is so crazy to say. You're like dragging your leg, walking towards him with an axe in your hand, said, "I'm not going to hurt you." You're like, what?
He wants to give you a shave. He wants to give you a good close shave.
I'll never hurt you.
Give him a haircut.
I mean, that kid does have long hair.
Yeah. Wasn't it like a bowl?
That's almost, kind of like a long.
Did you guys?
Well, that was a
did you
pretty
guys-
standard haircut in the early.
Did you
80s.
guys get the bowl haircuts?
Yeah.
No.
Mine was long as a kid. Like it was platinum blonde, and then but it was like real long. And then like my dad didn't like when it got long, so we got cut into.
I couldn't afford haircuts, so my hair was down shoulder length all the time.
I had the weird little like mullet and rat tail type deal.
Yep. I did those phases, the undercut,
Mhm.
which is kind of like the bowl cut adjacent.
Yeah.
See, if Mick had sent that child support, James could have got a haircut.
I know.
I would have gotten the mullet with the rat tail.
What about the frosted tips and all that? And then we'll get into the shiny.
All right, I did do that. Shut up.
I did
90,
Talk
yeah,
about it.
I did
late
that.
90s,
Something
early
along that.
2000s, yeah.
Like the bleaching and like the colors and stuff like that.
Yes,
I dyed my
did
hair
do that.
black with blue tips.
I've
Yeah,
done. I did. Oh my god, I did that too. Not the blue tips, just black.
Oh
Then I tried to do Eminem, but it
I did
turned
my
orange.
eyebrows black too.
Are you serious?
Oh dear God!
It was terrible looking. Like the highlights look good because when I was in high school, I got the flipped up and it was short. It looked good. So with the highlights, they look good. I mean, the way you get them is pretty rough. But Chris knows. But
I used peroxide
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
and,
you did it
went
better
and
than
stood
I
out
did.
in
I
the
went-
sun.
I went to a
Hey, I
salon.
was tanning anyway.
I went to a salon and was made fun of relentlessly. I was like, I guess that's how you do it. And then years later, when I was in college, I forget what it was. Maybe I was doing a short or something, but it might have just been because I needed a change. I dyed my hair black, and I was like, you know what? Doesn't look good with the brown. It did not look good with the black. It looked like Groucho Marx. I didn't have a beard back then either.
One summer, I was the original Takashi 6ix9ine, except it wasn't just my hair because we caught wind of an idea of using like Kool-Aid or Jello to dye your hair colors.
I had heard that too. Yeah.
What happens after a while is it'll start to fade, but if you're also really hot and sweaty, it also drips out. So of course you're running around, and next thing you know, it's just Skittle juice all over. You know what I mean?
Oh. It's like Rudy Giuliani.
Sorry, I don't mean to keep taking myself out, but I got to blow my nose sometimes because I'm sick.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You get it.
God, yeah, I yeah. Some
that's
stupid
fucking
times.
funny. That's fucking funny. Okay, now we're really gonna talk about the Shining, people. We're really gonna talk about the
Oh,
Shining.
Mick. Sorry. I'm sorry.
No,
My
go ahead.
girl
Go ahead.
My girl made me a milkshake the other day, both vanilla and strawberry, that tasted exactly like Mr. Softy off the truck, bro. I'm gonna get it for you exactly how much sugar she used, what milkshake product she used, and all. Man, it was so, and there was no ice cream in it either. But if you want ice cream, you can buy ice cream in it.
This Caucasian 500 will thank you.
I'm gonna send. Oh man,
There's no ice cream
so
in it.
good.
It's not a milkshake.
Wait,
First
what?
of all,
Did you say
who
a
the hell
shake?
do you think you are?
Oh,
Don't fuck with my enjoyment. First of all, there's no ice cream in McDonald's milkshakes. You drink those? Yes. Now shut up.
What do you mean there's no ice cream in that?
the Frank Reynolds died job.
That's what it looked like. Just dude,
powder
it was a
mix.
complete Rudy Giuliani too. Because it's Florida, so when you sweat, it starts
It's just
coming down.
pouring.
Oh, it was the worst.
Oh,
Oh my
shit.
god, I was such an idiot. I think my stupid choices back then and how much I could not avoid looking like an idiot made me okay with just looking like an idiot now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck it,
Nothing
take
wrong
the
with that.
chance. Buy the ticket, take the ride. If you look like an idiot, who cares?
Exactly. And don't smoke crack, people.
Well,
That's our
Dare
our
to be different.
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
Or dare to be stupid, as Weird Al would say.
Drugs
Do
are for
that too.
turkeys.
Yo, a turkey on crack would be hilarious.
Thanksgiving.
That wasn't crack. That was something different.
Well, they were on crack writing that.
Yeah.
No, they were on something else. I don't think it was crack.
Oh, it was crack.
Luckily, Harold and Kumar gave us the baby, so.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
For science.
It's true.
So, The Shining.
Mm-hmm.
Let's kick it off. You got your rating, James?
Yeah,
What is it?
6.5.
Stories?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 7.
Gamer?
9.5.
Nice.
Mick?
10. Masterpiece film.
Nice.
So, I do feel like this movie is slightly overrated, but I also feel like it is an awesome, excellent movie. I give it a 9.
Nice.
I'm
Yeah,
there with
mine.
the overrated but iconic somehow. So it's a weird mix for me as I go back and rewatch this.
Same here. No, it's really good, but I wasn't excited about it when I first seen it the first few times.
Mhm.
So I'm like, it's still good. But then I watched the second one and it just made it like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, if I could ask you guys too about that too. Like for me, I've watched this ever since I think I was 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Right. And
It came out in 1980.
yeah, when I was a kid. So yeah, that it would be on TV around 8 or 9 because I was probably around 1989, 90. And so going through when I was a kid, the scary parts, the horror parts scared me. I always felt dread from this movie, but I never really understood why. And then as I got older, it was weird. It became less scary the more I got into horror movies, things like that. But I always respected it as somebody who loves filmmaking, but it became less scary for me until I hit like my mid-20s. And, having to deal with, alcoholism, having to deal with family abuse, having to deal with other abuses, things like that. This movie terrifies me now. I watch this and I see all the nuance. And I've read the book, and the book deals with a lot of similar themes in different ways. It was the book is much more personal when you read it, and especially when we watch the remake, which is more based on the book. I definitely get why Stephen King hated this movie. But I definitely think he's wrong in saying it's not good. It's just a different interpretation of his book. And as I'm older, being like 43 going on 44 and watching this, and I'm like, wow, everything is there. All of the themes are there. He nails it. There's not one wasted space. And because I'm doing such a deep dive for a podcast episode coming up on Stanley Kubrick, I think I understand why his movies are so long and drawn out now, especially certain scenes. But I'll get to that as we kind of talk. But yeah, to me, this is a masterpiece film. And as I get older, I see more and more out of it that it's just like drives me. So I want to ask you guys, did you watch this a lot growing up? And if you over and over or whatever, and has it become scarier for you as you've gotten older?
See, that's what I was saying, because when I was watching it when I was younger, I seen this movie probably like fucking 15 times or something. But when I was younger, when I first seen this, I didn't understand. Like, I was like, is this what's going on here? It's like mainly about the father like going psycho. So I thought it was about crazy people. But then when you start seeing the fucking like that bathtub lady.
Oh yeah. The bush and all.
Yeah, it's fucking. I'm like, I remember it being creepy, and I was like, because I used to watch the shit in the dark. So I'm like, so I had to go to the bathroom. I'm like, fuck. But when I got older, like you said, Mick, it got less scary, but it's still a good movie. It's just, I don't know. I think I just
it got scarier for me.
Oh, it
didn't
didn't
get
get
less.
scary for me. No, not at all.
Were you concerned you'd be attacked by a bush when you went?
No,
to
I was concerned that I would turn into Jack.
Oh, I didn't ever thought
because
that way.
here's the thing: like as you go on and you're watching this movie, and as I got older, especially this last one, I've never not watched this movie. Now, I have had to watch this movie maybe 30 times in my life. Like literally, whenever it was on, like I've seen us on the big screen like 3 or 4 times. You know, because it's one that always resonates with me, and I love Kubrick. But this, for me, I always find something new as I watch it. I don't always do that with Kubrick films. I should look a little deeper, but this movie I always find something different. And one of the things I found in this one is I don't think I ever realized how much Jack hates his family.
He does.
Like goes out in front, like I always thought that was something the ghosts were propelling him to do. Because in the book, he is a loving, caring father who has, you know, this addiction that's causing him to become somebody different. And they're trying to pull these two people apart. You know, these two versions of the same person apart, the ghosts and what he's trying to say. This, he legitimately does not want to be around his family. He doesn't do any of the work he was hired to do. He is useless as a human being. He can't write. He can't do the jobs. He can't hold a job. He can't not drink. Like, he is a loser of a human being. So, like, for me to see Jack Nicholson and always think Jack Nicholson's bringing this powerhouse performance, and he's always been like, not man's man, but like very much a confident man in every scenario. And going back and really watching this over the last few years, especially since Dr. Sleep and how that kind of played into it, and reading that book and how that was a little different too, but played into it. Honestly, from the beginning, I can't believe how much they tell you Jack is a pathetic loser. And it's just, they play it so well because they never actually come out and say it. They just show you the entire time, and that's just genius.
True.
Yeah, and they use his comedy and stuff like that, his backhand or the undersided or the passive aggressive comedy and jokes, because there's a lot of comedic stuff to this, and he kind of plays coy, I guess, is the thing, because he's just playing his role. You know what I mean? He's just playing his part. But I think that's where they try to hide it, is in where he's being comedic, but it's more passive aggressive, actually.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And which is a very real thing, especially if you're trying to come off like you're a good person.
No, and I think I wouldn't necessarily say comedic, but they do a good job of building the clearly hidden resentment that he's had. I think resentment's the better way to go there. And that's what the hotel is feeding off to drive him crazy. The resentment he has for, even though he's saying the right things in the beginning. Oh, I got to see what my wife and kid think. Oh, yeah, he saw the game room. He's in love with the place. She enjoys a good murder mystery when he finds out there's been a murderer in the hotel. And then it's those cracks of resentment that come through and that slowly drive him insane.
Yeah, I like I said, I think it's a really good movie. I do feel like it's slightly overrated. And there's, you know, it kind of drags a little bit at times, and it feels longer than what it is at times. But then, like, when it's in the good chunks of it, it's really fucking good. Like, really, really, really fucking good, and draws you in there. And I just want to say this really quick: watching Welcome to Derry made me understand the Halloran character a hell of a lot more, because growing up watching this, you see it, you don't really know as much, but like watching that, because you learn so much about that character from that series, to where you're just like, oh, okay, now this really connects. It makes more sense to me now. I knew he had the shine after watching it as an adult, but now he had the shine, this, that, and the third, and then he was from other places, like he was from somewhere else. It wasn't just at the hotel and shit. And yeah, I had a good time with it. I had a really good time with it, and it was good to watch. But I feel this is one of those movies that I could retire, unless I which I'm not gonna say when, but my nephew is going to the Stanley, and he's gonna be staying in the famous room, and so that's pretty dope for a friend's like birthday or whatever. So that's really dope. But if I were to go there and watch, like if I got to go there again, because I got to go out there a few years ago, I went to go visit my brother. And we went to the Stanley. We did the little tour thing. If I got to go watch it there, either staying in the room staying overnight, or even if they did like a thing there where they had like an event and they were showing it, I would watch it again like that. But just like put it on and watch it, no, I probably wouldn't. I don't need to. Doctor Sleep, yes, but we didn't get there yet. But for this one, no, and not because it's not a really good movie. It's just one of those that you just kind of, I don't feel I need to see anymore.
Sorry, Chris, go ahead.
You're good.
I was gonna say I'm sure I watched this at some point as a kid, but I have the lines of my memory are getting blurred between my memories from watching this or seeing all these references in pop culture throughout basically my entire life, like the kid on the tricycle, the twins, the red room. I'm like, I can't distinguish in my head, so is almost like a first time watch again for me after seeing those references. So I feel like I might be coming at this with a different perspective, and it's good. I really enjoy the way they slowly drive Jack Nicholson crazy, but I don't like Jack Nicholson in this. I don't know. There's something about Jack Nicholson himself that I just feel it feels out of place for me. It seems like there could have been a better actor or something at the time for me.
You know, it's funny you say that because Jack Nicholson is my favorite actor. I love Jack Nicholson, and you know, so him being in this, I always was like, why would you pick this guy? Like early on, I'm like, he doesn't seem like, not that I saw, but like I was like, he does seem like an abusive father, so that's why I thought they picked him, because like he's not very attached to his kids, and this was growing up. Now watching it this last time, being like, oh no, he had no affection for either of them. Even when he has affection for his son, it's clearly like almost an ownership when he's in the bedroom and he calls him in. Which is everything they hit on is real, like abusive parents are like this. They do.
But I feel like that's also a product of the time too. You're talking 1980s, 70s. It's probably more common then than it is now, ideally. But
yeah. But I would say these are still things that exist.
Oh yeah,
like traits that exist within.
Oh, of course.
Within them. But with this movie, what I really liked about Nicholson is discovering now that he is more and more pathetic. Like he is, again, he's not doing any of the work. Wendy does all the work in the hotel. You know, he's supposed to be writing. He writes nothing. He can't hold a job, as they've stated all these different jobs that he had. And like, he always like, it's some sort of fit or fight or drinking on a job or something that gets him fired. He's pathetic. And that is not something we knew, especially up to the point of this movie, Jack Nicholson to be in a movie. And it makes more sense that like when you watch him, he is like sort of, he's not even comedic. Again, I protest against that word. I would say it's more, he's very animated or cartoonish.
Yeah.
And why is he very animated and cartoonish? Because like as somebody who is, you know, the product of abuse, which he probably was, and also an abuser, when they lash out, if they're trying to change how they act, and I've seen this firsthand, if they're trying to change how they act, they'll become more animated or like maybe say something that's like a little off the wall, like a quote or something like that, just to be like, I need to like bring myself out of getting so mad. You know what I mean? And I took that more and more as I was watching it. Like when he does the "Here's Johnny," he's finally lost it to the point where, like, again, he has no real identity. He's not a good person. He never is. His only identity is being an abusive asshole. So by the time you get to that point, it definitely makes sense that a low IQ guy would quote TV shows that you see, or popular TV shows, or movies, or you know, other things like that. And the way he's acting, or if he's freaking out, I just want to bash your brain, you know, like stuff like that. Like it's like this passive aggressive way to try and not lose your mind, even though you're losing it, because you're moving towards the violence. And now, I don't know what it's called. I'm not a doctor or anything. Excuse me. But watching this, I gotta push back on you too, Sturdy. I really think this is a movie. The reason I put it on Masterpiece, like with The Godfather and things like that, is because you can go back to this every time and find something new. Every time. And this was a testament to that, because I found so many new things. And I'm glad you brought that up, Chris, because I thought that too. I was like, I always pictured him as like this like guy who just got driven crazy by the ghosts. He doesn't get driven crazy by the ghosts. He doesn't. Like the ghosts, they push him, but he's already on board.
Yeah.
By the time he gets there.
No, that's what this house is doing. It's feeding on the resentment, this hidden resentment, whether he didn't want to acknowledge it or he was just trying to bury it from the drinking and things like that. When he was drinking and hurt Danny and then stopped drinking, but did that cause more resentment that he had to stop drinking? Probably.
And
oh yeah, of course, and like the resentment's there, of course, but I mean, like going in though, like watching it from the beginning, even when he's trying to get a job, I'm like, this dude's gonna kill his family. Like, it doesn't even need go.
Or
like,
what? The brown pants and everything he was wearing. Yeah. I was like, this. I think I said it in the chat. I was like, yo, he looks like he beats his wife, but with a telephone.
Yeah,
yeah.
He has the look of somebody that's.
And I think that honestly, it scares me even more because he looks like somebody who's such an abusive asshole, they can't hide it. Because a lot of times you find people who do.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually kind of like that they chose somebody that's like, even the way they dress him, the way he looks, the way he acts, the whole thing. He understood going in what this was. Of course, Kubrick does. He understands everything. But Nicholson going in definitely understood, like, I have to be that guy who's not suave enough. I'm not high class like these other people, as ghosts and stuff like this. You are just a caretaker. And I'm not putting him down for that, but like he cannot hide who he is, even though he desperately wants to pretend to be something else. And the resentment was definitely there before he even got there.
Oh, 1,000%. I want to say too, which I do agree with you, Chad, about the score in this movie and how intense it gets for the scene. That they did a really good job with that.
But I was going to say a lot of non-vocal scenes, non-line scenes, and that's the biggest thing that keeps driving and keeps you in the moment is the sound effects with the imagery and like how they use camera. Like it.
I was just going to say that.
I was just keeps it intense
with the cinematography in this. The cinematography in this movie, like the atmospheric feels of this movie, they did a fucking phenomenal job in this.
The stagnant shots all have meaning, and one of the things I'm like researching more with Kubrick is like he seems to have a big, he seems to always have a take on high society and the rich class. Like we see it in a lot of his movies, and I'm starting to find like because I'm watching right now, I'm watching Eyes Wide Shut, but I've seen everything. His scenes with like sort of high society, or like they're dealing with parties at high society, like they do in this movie with a few things, or you could definitely tell like the hotel is a fancy high society hotel.
Mm-hmm.
They're all boring.
Mm-hmm.
Every scene, but on purpose, like every scene, like there's nothing interesting that these people are doing until we see them doing something they're not supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, and the beauty of that is he also was really good about taking, middle class or below or impoverished people, like people who are just like everyday workers and stuff. Like, let's take the tourists, for instance, taking them and showing them, like, there's always a desperation there. Like there's never anything not interesting about what's going on with them.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're always dealing with something. We don't have high society. We don't have the ability to be bored. So I'm starting to see like he, basically the way he dresses up, anybody who's rich you're basically a boring asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all Jack wanted, I guess.
Who's got some skeletons.
Yeah.
And they're very sexually depraved, as we can tell, between the guy in the tuxedo and the dog mask and everything else.
That was so
I forgot about that, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You don't realize the importance of that scene.
There's some furry action in this. That's right.
That's true. But like there's a lot of his movies that call out high society for sexual depravity, but Lolita, he was the one that adapted it first. But you get to like with this movie, like the scene when they get to that part and it's windy, who sees it, that's the first time any of us realize the ghosts are real.
Mm-hmm.
You see him before and they talk to Jack, but you think he's just losing his mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the way, because in the book, it's very much not, there's ghosts there. So by, in this movie, for him to change it up and be like, we're going to put the focus on the family and what they're going through. And yes, the ghosts will be there, but they're not going to be the main thing that makes this crack. You know, they're going to be, well, you do understand that there could be a ghost there because of Danny going into the room. But remember, you don't see anything in that room until Jack goes in.
Mm-hmm.
So that, you could make that argument that's like, he might have abused them. We haven't seen anybody else interact with ghosts. So when she finally sees that, you're like, oh, this place is haunted as fuck.
Shit,
And she realizes it too, like, my kid hasn't been lying. Is this happening to my husband? I still got to save my kid and me from my husband. Like there's so much going on in that moment. And it's just this crazy situation.
True. Yep. He does a good job at blurring those lines and you not able to tell, like you said, what is real, what isn't real. Has certain things been there the whole time, or like who's an apparition, what's not? Like, does a great job.
Yeah.
I enjoyed too, like when the shine was, I guess, just for better, like saying it or whatever, when the shine started taking over Danny, when he was talking as Tony, voice change and kind of talking with his finger a lot more and all that. I was like, that impressed me a lot. That impressed me a lot, just as the kid doing that, as the acting of that. But then the way they were just telling the story in those moments, I'm like, holy shit, this is.
No, that was I think that was an awesome evolution between Danny having an imaginary friend who turned out to Tony, to be in the shine, to where the point he's so scared that the shine or Tony is what's talking to his mom at one point. And like he's gone. He's been so scared he's retreated into himself.
Yeah, and oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, the ghosts are coming for him.
Yeah.
They want him to be a part of it because he's got this power.
Yeah.
Like Jack was just the vessel to try and get them dead. Yeah. Like they were just trying to
didn't they say Jack had the shine too?
There's been speculation that there is, like, Jack does have something, because that's why maybe he's not all, like he's not.
Maybe he's something that just makes him more susceptible. Because the mom doesn't see anything at any point throughout this.
Well, she does, but again, that's when we learn it's real.
Yeah.
And even then, it's only a glimpse. And I'm glad they added that because it is imperative to her not worrying about her son losing his mind either. Because she just blames the idea of the abuse in between that, like, whatever's going on. I will say, like going to like with Danny and like how he's reacting and how like everything is sort of like he's being played off. Like in the books, again, I'm only adding it because I know we're going to talk about it more after next week. And I've only seen the miniseries once, so like I remember it's a lot more like the book. So I don't remember how much they added in, but in the books, Tony only comes out in dreams, I believe. He's not like talking for him. He comes to Danny in dreams and shows him things about the future. So if I remember correctly, I don't remember every interaction with Tony. So the movie changing that, I think for what the theme and understanding what Kubrick was going for now, I think it makes sense that this kid's going to talk and Tony's going to be a different personality rather than do the dream sequences, is because you're always questioning if the Shining's real too. Yes, when he meets with Dick Halloran, you understand that they can talk, but you're kind of like, well, we know Dick Halloran is Dick Halloran talking to him and he just has a little bit of the shine. You're not getting the full effect of how powerful Danny is.
Yeah.
Because they don't play that up either. But I'm glad they did it in sort of this way that makes you question at all times, and then pays off in the end,
And then speaking of, are you talking about how the shine came, or how Tony came to him in his dreams and telling him about the future, how they flipped it in the movie? Shit, when him and his mother, I believe they're sitting in their old house, and he's talking as Tony. He's like, he's gonna get the job. He's gonna call you in a minute and let you know that he's gonna get the job for the hotel. And sure enough,
you see right at the beginning.
Yeah, you see the scene with him at the whole talking to the people or wherever, gets the job, and then he calls his wife and lets her know like a minute after he's saying this stuff. And I was just like, wow.
But she's the conduit between that of making us think whether this is real or not, because maybe conduit's not the right word, but for us, she's sort of like our representation in this movie. We're the ones who are like, you still got a job to do. You still got to do, and like you're really cheering for Wendy. So when she's losing her mind, it's like you never really blame her because it's like we get it. We get what's going on with you. but she doesn't believe him. She just chalks it up to a like, oh, what a coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
He knew, or he thought you would get it. Like, so like being able to turn that on and then get to the end, and you're like, wow, they were setting this up. They knew exactly from the beginning where they were going. Which Kubrick,
Yeah.
he knew when he
And
took this project.
that was a great way to fucking set that up though, with him in that scene, Sturdy, where he's talking to himself or Tony in the mirror, and he's like, "Do you think Dad's gonna get this job?" Yeah, he's about to call your mom and say, "Yeah, I got it." But
Yep.
and then you're like, "Oh shit, okay, this is more than just an imaginary friend."
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yes.
anything.
Well, I mean, I think we understand from Danny's, like,
Yeah.
something's happening here. I meant it more along the lines of like, she's there, like I said, for us, who's questioning everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's what I like about it, because then we question ourselves.
She's the normie in this situation.
Yeah, like more of what I meant is like, she's the one that makes us question it too. Like,
I got a question about Tony. So this one, Tony's in a lot. So when I first seen this movie, I was like, I get like all ghost movies set up imaginary friend type situation. But
every single one.
But
It's a rule, I believe. It's a law.
I thought it was a spirit attached to him. Like in Dr. Sleep when Dick Harrowing comes back, Tony's gone. He don't mention Tony no more.
It's
because he figured out what Tony was.
The Shining's weird. Like not The Shining, the movie. The Shine is weird. And like it, I see you, Chris, looking like The Shining is weird because like it has different effects. Like John Coffey has the shine. Mother Abigail has the shine. Abra from Dr. Sleep, and there's a ton of them that have the shine, and they all sort of do different things. You know what I mean?
True.
So it really depends on like where you're going with it. So it is sort of a magical crutch in that way.
Yeah.
The Stephen King's Marvel universe.
Fair.
These are so good. So good, man. After watching The Long Walk and now this one, or Dr. Sleep, these are so good.
No.
Yeah. And shit, what's good, Johnny? Watching going back to just what you were saying, Chris, like watching Long Walk, I'm looking forward to watching that again over here at PNP for what we're doing for the Stephen King thing, and I cannot wait to hear what Stories has to say about that movie.
I haven't seen it yet.
No, that's what I'm saying though. Once we watch it, that shit was so good. And again, I know we're not there yet, and I know really quick, all I'm gonna say is if you go watch that movie, for those of you not on the show and all that stuff, but just in general, be in a clear headspace, put your phone down, and just 100% focus on the movie, because it's one of those like you should with all movies, but that's one of those ones where you really need to pay attention to everything from beginning to end to really get the feels for it, everything about it. And yeah, it's an emotional roller coaster, but it's fucking phenomenal. But yeah, this here too, this again, great movie. I just think it's slightly overrated. And you get just the personal feels for it, but I mean,
I don't think it's overrated. You know what? Actually, move my score up to 7.5. I forgot about the score, the intensity. I forgot. I didn't think about that. It is.
My 9.5 may be unfair, Mick, because it is a really awesome movie. It is a masterpiece. The only reason I gave it 9.5 is just because it feels a little dated now. But I know it's a little unfair because for the movie what it is and the time that it came out, but for now, a little dated for me.
But think about it from this perspective. And I see what you're saying, it being dated. But what makes it dated compared to a product of its time? Like when you go back and you watch Dr. Sleep, which is trying to recreate, that feels and Dr. Sleep is great. We'll get to that in a second, but like it doesn't feel as genuine when they get there. Like this movie, like even like I'm a little apprehensive about watching the remake because it's like this. And again, maybe I'm just a Kubrick defender or whatnot, but like because he's so meticulously planned everything about this feels still like watching it like it takes place in 1980. I don't know how to say it, but like it still feels contemporary to that time. Like it feels real to that time. You know what I mean? Like, so when I watch this and I'm like, it's a 1980 movie. When I watch Stranger Things, they get a lot wrong about 1980 or the 1980s. Like this movie doesn't. Like this movie is a product of what it like. We all know, like even the realism of like, oh, we call him Doc because Bugs Bunny. You know, like that was a very real cartoon that kids back then latched onto. You know, it's actually a little weirder to me now that they're not as big as they were when we were kids. You know, but little nuances like that show up. You know, that makes it feel more realistic than like, you know, even like to use Stranger Things. It's like, you know, you guys went a little too bombastic with the 80s and it feels dated. You know, that's just my only argument for it. But I see what you're saying.
What was some of your guys' favorite scenes in the film? Like for me, I'll say the "Come Play with Me" with the twins with Danny, the elevator blood scene, just fucking iconic for me. And of course, the tension when Jack is, you know, hitting the door with the axe and pops his head in the door. Here's Johnny, and like the fear on Wendy's face, and that tension right there was just like,
Wendy is what makes that scene.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Like because honestly, without her looking scared or being as afraid as she was in that scene's funny. Like him popping his head in the, hey, here's like that scene's funny without the seriousness. I'm not saying him chasing the act, you know what I mean? But without her end of it, if you don't see her at all and he just says that, but you don't see her and her facial expressions, that scene's funny to me. Like to me, that scene's fucking hilarious.
But it plays to what I was saying too about like using a passive aggressive approach. Abusers are going to be almost comical. Again, I would say animated or cartoonish, but like let's go with the comedy side of it. Almost comical in that instance because they don't want to be threatening even when they're threatening. They don't want to be known as abusers even when they're abusing.
Yeah.
You know, so like when those little things pop up and it's like he's being super scary and threatening, but he thinks he's being a nice guy, that's so unsettling. And I think Nicholson pulls it off really well.
But what were some of you guys' favorite scenes?
That scene real quick with Wendy, with the like you saying that whole scene, like she made it. The only part she did annoy me, she has like an ugly cry. Like I look at him like Jesus Christ, just shut the hell up.
That poor woman had to do 150 some takes.
I get it, but I was just listening to her scream and shit.
Yeah, she went through hell.
I'm sorry. How scared would you like her to be when her husband was chasing her with an
so
axe?
Scared you can't talk like Danny. Why?
But
she had to protect her, Danny.
Like it's like Mama Bear instincts kicking in, but you're still scared as shit. And
you could have fit out that window, by the way.
Hey Nick, do you think that's one of the top?
Yeah, she didn't try hard enough.
Queen scream moments ever?
I think it's one of the best Scream Queen moments ever. Yeah, for sure. Like it's an iconic moment in horror history for sure. I mean, all the usuals are great scenes. They're great scenes, like everything you mentioned. I mean, everything he shot was symmetrical, perfect, worked. Just to name something else besides a horror scene in this, when he's playing wall ball on the indigenous art, it's supposed to be an FU because this whole movie is talking about how like this is what insignificant white men do, right? They take they pick on marginalized groups. So that was funny to me. But also when he's slowly like kind of like deteriorating and he's staring out the window and they're in the maze.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to him looking at the maze model.
Yeah.
It's just a really cool transition.
That was a great transition. Again, I'm gonna say I'm coming at this as, from what I can remember, a first time full all the way through watch. Because again, the memories blur, the pop culture memories blur between watching the movie as a kid and the iconic scenes that have shown up everywhere else. Him on the tricycle and the camera behind him. That's an iconic thing you've seen in stuff. You've seen the twins, you've seen the Red Room. But if I'm thinking story wise, really propelling this movie, his conversations with the bartender are something that pulled me deeper into the inner workings of the character Jack Nicholson is playing it here and slowly going insane, and the house interacting with him to help
Mhm.
drive him there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
love
even the ghosts are fake.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like it's what's his name, Delbert Grady, but his name was
Mhm.
something else earlier in the movie.
The old caretaker, he thought.
Yeah. Well, no. But the Grady caretaker, I can't remember what his name was in the beginning when he first tells the story. Charles Grady, I think. When he tells the story about how he killed his wife and kids.
Yeah.
And then later when he meets him, he's Delbert Grady. So even then it's like it's trying to fuck with you.
Yeah.
Like even the ghosts, like I don't even think of them as the ghosts are the threat. I think it's the house using the projection of past dead people to help it, get what it wants.
Yeah.
The scene I really enjoyed was when he was in the room with the type where she comes in, he goes, "Why are you in here?" And he snaps.
Yeah.
It just that's another, like you mentioned, Mick. It shows he has resentment. He is an asshole.
I think that's the first major scene where he goes off on his wife, right?
Yeah,
he
crazy.
comes in,
She
like
looked at
he
him
goes
like,
in.
"What the fuck?"
But
I'm
they,
like,
but
this
they
happened
set it up
before?
perfectly. Watch his face whenever he's looking at them.
Oh yeah.
Before that lead up, it is pure hatred. When they're driving in the car and he's trying to be a pleasant dad and he asks him a question, he sneers.
Mhm.
He's like
I said, you can feel that pent up resentment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's still so sweet and so kind to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah,
a loving wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even when he typed, it was like something doughboy can't have fun or something.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
James almost nailed it right there with Doughboy.
Yeah, I got it.
Fun.
My
Doughboy, how long were you locked up? Wrong
Yeah,
movie.
Shit.
But yeah, I love this movie.
Yeah.
You know, another part I really enjoyed was the maze chase, and what they did with the cameras with the maze chase. Because when they had the cameras following Danny, it almost felt like you were chasing him, and then when it was looking back at Jack, it was like a whole nother feel for it. And
it's a 180 break.
What's that? You said a 180 break?
Yeah. So in filmmaking, breaking the 180 is the so basically a 180 is like this imaginary line. We're all in a 180 right now.
Mm-hmm.
If the cameras were all to jump and look behind us, that's a break in the 180. You mean you're going a full 360 when you're not supposed to cross the 180 plane. And now but if you do it effectively, and a good filmmaker, and Kubrick did it in almost all of his movies to perfect effect. I think Full Metal Jacket has the best effect, but it's to jar you. It's to make you realize there is a big change here in what we're seeing. It's to make you feel the moment. And that's why he does it, because you're right. He's on a steady cam following Danny as he's running from behind and then cutting to just it's still steady cam, but it's moving slower. Because Jack's moving slower, but it's so jarring because you do feel like, even though it's slower, you do feel he's catching up. You do feel there's imminent danger because that 180 break is going to jar you throughout. But yeah, every time he uses it, it is for an effect. Like I said, Full Metal Jacket he uses at the end when the soldiers are marching and singing Mickey Mouse song, M-I-C-K-Y. As they're singing that, they're being filmed on walking and from left to right, I believe, on screen, and which is already jarring as it is. We usually read from left to right. They're going right to left, but then it cuts to a 180, the complete other side, right? And that is to show you that these Vietnam hardened soldiers are no longer boys, which we saw in the beginning. They're singing something. They're holding on to their childhood with the Mickey Mouse song by singing it. It's helping them keep their brains intact while they're in this very traumatizing thing, but they're off to kill more in this war while singing this. So that turn is supposed to say that's it. That's the big turn. They're no longer these boys they once were, which we saw from the beginning. And the reason I use that is because I feel like it's the most effective.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are some really bad 180 breaks out there. But, that's why they did it, though, and I still love that. And they also use that. They use the Steadicam. It was relatively new, the one they were using. That was somebody running after Danny when he's riding his big wheel.
That's
on
crazy.
a Steadicam.
Yeah.
Another one, picture perfect, and
Yep.
it would cut back and forth.
Yep.
Right?
I'm telling you, all we need is Bobby's word playing while he's riding his tricycle through that hallway and shit.
I will say the one scene I was waiting for that I'm not gonna say I was disappointed by, but happened quicker, was in like a flash than I thought, was Jack Nicholson frozen outside in the maze there. I'm
And
like,
Danny
it's
didn't.
yeah, it's well, he clearly stops and sits down because he can't fucking run anymore. And then it's just a quick flash of him frozen.
Mhm.
Like, okay, what? You don't get any kind of explanation as to what happened to the body. Did someone find him? Even in that with Dr. Sleep, it's not like he's gone and buried somewhere or anything like that. But I don't know. It made me immediately think of the episode of South Park where Stan's dad opens like a Blockbuster, and I don't know if you saw that one. And they get fucking frozen out, and like he's just sitting outside, and he's eventually frozen.
I think that's one of the big reasons that, I mean, he did it a lot. Like, he and King did not get along on this. Because again, when what's his name wrote this, it was with the intent of like him trying to kick the alcoholism habit and his drug habit, and what he was going through at that time. And then Kubrick came in and was just like, no, we're going to keep him a piece of shit, because the book Jack redeems himself. And it ends very similarly to how Dr. Sleep ends. And when we get there, we'll get there. But that's why the hotel's not in the book.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So when you get to, like, for this, he didn't want to end it that way. He wanted to be like, no, this dude was a piece of shit from the beginning. There's no redeemable qualities to him. And he's out trying to kill his son. He's going to die. And like, he's going to die in the most isolated way possible outside of the house, So
Yeah, nice.
I really liked how they did the ending of this, and how he was he became the isolation that was driving him crazy.
It's true.
Yeah, he definitely did. He definitely did. Again, excellent movie, excellent job.
Oh, I will say, anybody who wants to check it out, I know we can't play it here. If you remember in the early days of YouTube, before like people cut trailers, fan trailers and shit, somebody did for this movie. They cut it into a romantic comedy about a guy who meets a woman and her son, and he's like, they called it Shining too, and it has like all like the Simon and Garfunkel music.
Fucking look that up.
It's so funny and so well done. When you watch it, it looks like a completely different movie.
Can you pull that up for after the show before we all disperse?
Take care of that.
Sweet, because that I've never seen that, but that sounds funny as shit. That sounds funny as shit. So, is there anything
No.
before we jump on to Dr. Sleep? Does anybody have anything else they want to say about?
No, it's
The
already been
Shining.
an hour, so we should move.
Change the ratings or anything? Everybody's
Nope.
good.
I'm good.
Listen, I want to argue that a masterpiece film like this, an hour, I feel is fair.
And I'll say 45.
The first 10 to 15
15
minutes, we were dicking around there.
Yeah, that's true.
So 45 minutes. But all right. So Dr. Sleep, let's hop on over to that. And James, what you got for us?
I love this movie. It's a 9.
9. Okay. Stories?
No, James is reading my mind. This was great. I enjoyed all
9.
3 hours of it. This is a 9 for me.
Gamer?
I didn't like this one as much, although it's more polished. This one I'm giving I'm torn between 8.5 or a 9. I'm gonna go 9 right now. I may change it lower.
Mick?
That's still pretty high after saying you didn't like it as much.
No, I said less than the other one.
Yeah.
Like Kubrick, to me, every movie he touched has masterpiece quality to it. I wouldn't say they're all masterpieces, or 10s, but this one, Mike Flanagan too. Mike Flanagan, he's going to be that level of filmmaker
Yeah, he's awesome.
You know, I don't.
At this point, he's devoted most of his life to making Stephen King adaptations. I think
better, in my opinion. Midnight Mass is a way better Salem's
Oh,
Lot.
yeah.
Midnight
It's not
Mass
a bad
is awesome.
movie by any means.
I still gotta see it.
Love that.
So I will give this a 9. It may go up.
9. Okay. I gave this one a 10. I like this better than The Shining.
I could be talked into a 10 by the end of this, probably.
And
Probably, yeah.
And what I love about this movie, and mixing it with The Shining, is how you feel like if you watch. I mean, I watch them back-to-back days, pretty much for the most part. Well, whatever, but you feel like it's just one big story that just connects so freaking well. And for it to be a sequel that came out from the 80s, or the original, the first movie, The Shining, comes out in the 80s. The sequel comes out in 2019.
Yep.
That gap. There's times where movies are sequels and they come out within let's say as far as like a good 3 to 5 years of each other, if that, and it's just like, what the hell? Why did you even make a sequel? But this was just like they did their work. They did their homework. They did their homework.
Before other people chime in, I want to chime in with this sequel thing. I'm looking through trivia for this one in particular. So Stephen King was initially adamant about this film not being a direct sequel, even though Kubrick's movie adaptation of King's novel, which he was very critical of, as we talked about. Well, one of King's stipulations to even making this film was the Overlook Hotel would not be featured. This was a lot of Mike Flanagan convincing Stephen King that this is the way the movie needed to be.
Oh,
that's like a lot of this was Mike Flanagan, and then getting Stephen King on board, and then it all ended with Stephen King saying everything he ever disliked about Kubrick's version of The Shining was redeemed for him here.
Well, you know what? Yeah. King can get over it because, listen, his book is great. Again, the miniseries. I like the miniseries. I
haven't seen the miniseries.
Yeah, so we go in. Like I liked, and he was more hands-on for that one, which I get. But by that point, shut the fuck up, dude. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like,
you don't talk that way to King.
Genius. Like, even our lowest grade on this was like a 7. You know, like King, get over it. People love it. He had to. He had to make the movie this way. We get why you wrote the book your way. It matches well with the original book, but like nobody was going to see a movie where you're like, no, this one is devoted to the book. It's like, not enough of us saw the fucking miniseries when it came out, dude. We saw the Kubrick. Like, calm down.
That's true. I didn't know there was a miniseries for years, to be honest with you. So
that's the first time I've seen the version of The Shining, I believe.
Yeah, what's going to sell Dr. Sleep better? Here's another Stephen King movie based on one of his books, or hearing this is a sequel to pretty much one of the most iconic pieces of literature or film.
And what did he do? I will give it to Mike fucking Flanagan. He married both the book and the movie perfectly.
Agreed.
Yes, he did.
Fucking agreed. Just how it just connects so well. It fills in some gaps. It would answer some questions. I like, and I fucking love how they started off with Danny and Wendy after the fact of all the shit that went down. Yeah. Like I feel like we needed that. I feel like we needed that just to kind of see where they were after all that shit happens, and how Danny mentioned it at one point, how his mother would look at him and then kind of get sad, because she would think of his dad. Because of his eyes or whatever, he
couldn't look him in the eyes.
Yes, and I'm just like, wow, that is so freaking. And for him to say it later on in the movie as an adult, but for us to see it when he's a child, you know what I mean? In this movie, when he's a child and all that, you kind of see how that. I was like, oh my gosh, this is.
Well, that was almost fucking heart wrenching. Where he's like, he knew his mom couldn't look him in the eyes, so he never used the shine until he used it to. So that his mom, that's not what she saw.
Yeah.
And then she talks about trying to look at her on her deathbed because all he would see are these death flies when he knew somebody was about to die, and he couldn't see her.
Yep. Yeah,
because she was just covered in them for like weeks. And then you get the scene at the end where the hotel's burning down and the flat, and you bring back child Danny and the mom just looking at each other. They can both look at each other. I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah. Oh man, that was so powerful. That was so freaking powerful.
Everything about this dude. Oh my god! And this showed Danny's redemption. To show how bad he got, especially with the kid, leaving the kid there.
Yeah, man.
That's a hard thing. I wish they kind of played on his guilt a little bit more on that.
They did gloss over that a little bit, I feel like, where he leaves that girl and the baby, and clearly they died.
Yeah.
Because that's what he's seeing.
Yeah, haunt him a little bit more, like really make up for it. And like, listen, the fact that he wasn't there for a kid who needed him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really needed him. Really needed him. But I do like his redemption as far as like, because he was almost turning into his, maybe not the abusive part, but as far as like the alcoholic part, he was definitely turning into his father in that sense. And how he meets I forgot the guy's name, but he meets
Billy.
Yeah.
Billy. He meets Billy, starts going to AA and all that, gets his act cleaned up, and then just to jump ahead real quick with the whole ghost thing again, when he has to go back to the hotel and they're trying to get him to drink, and he just smacks the glass. Or no, I think the ghost smacks the glass away because he didn't want it either way. But like how he just kept fighting that and fighting that and fighting that. I'm like, that was real powerful and real dope. And it was necessary for the movie because of what he had to do throughout this film, and especially around those parts or that part.
Yeah, it's the same thing. The ghost trying to do what he did to his father.
But it's showing Danny that he's not his father, which was always his biggest fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why he didn't want a family, why he did, like, he didn't feel to take care of the kid because he's like, if I stay here, who knows what's going to happen? Like, I'm a mess.
Well, when he gets up at the AA meeting after the 8-year time jump there and tells how that's the only way he ever knew his father, I'm like, fuck, this dialogue is so well written, and Ewan McGregor is acting the shit out of it.
Yeah.
It's very realistic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I know like you, Mick and Stories, you both mentioned how you wish that I agree with you guys both. You wish there was more to his guilt and all that stuff with the lady and her child. I will say though, as far as his redemption from that is with Abra, like how he finally was just like,
yeah.
Well, Holland was just pretty much like, nigga, you got to wake up and help this girl because she's wild.
Well, think about it though. Halloran was his father figure.
Yeah.
Halloran taught him how to be he was a different
more of a father
of a
than his
man
real father.
From his father. So he, by the time he comes back and he says it to him, and like he's cleaner now, and like his powers get stronger as he gets cleaner and stuff like that. So like the beauty of it is the fact that now he's not channeling his father. So when he comes face to face with his father, he's a different man now. He can say no, and he's okay with it. Like I love the beauty of that. He is always so afraid of turning into his dad. It's held him back, thinking like, who's he gonna be? And then to get such like, and I think that's why like I'm so like I wish they had played the guilt a little bit more, because the redemption is fucking fantastic.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
And it's like, but I just wish it hit harder because I felt like there was. Sorry, Chris, I don't mean to just to finish this point.
No. I jumped in.
I feel like, to me, without expanding on that guilt a little bit more, maybe like even talking about it one more time or something about what haunts him, it was like him abandoning that kid was like how I felt my dad always abandoned me. And so like my point to that is adding something like that would reinforce that his guilt comes from having a moment where he was like his dad. And now he's trying to change. So that whole redemption afterwards, I felt like would have been stronger rather than just focus on his father. That's just, and that's my only gripe.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you there. I agree with you 100% there. But I just still feel this was just a excellent movie. Like everything else they did with this movie was so great. Like I love how we learned that there's more people, that there's so many more out there with The Shine, and
they explain it a little bit more too. What it is,
and they explained it more. I don't think it's a surprise to hear that there's more people out there with it.
No,
that I don't think that was a surprise.
Not that there was a surprise, but just like that there's more out there with it. There's a group out there with it that's just that's killing to take people's shine.
The true
to feed themselves. Which was like,
what are they actually? Are they just like vampires? Or are they like Pennywise?
They're like shine vampire. No, they're not. Pennywise is a god. He's completely different. Like he's not on this level. They're like vampires, but for The Shine.
Okay.
So they have certain mystical elements to them. I don't know if they show up in anything else besides Doctor Sleep. I don't remember.
I was gonna say. I mean, I'm not gonna. I'd have no idea of all the Stephen King stories, but there's certainly no mention of this in The Shining itself. So one thing that really impressed me is the way they were to tie this into a sequel and introduce this new concept of Danny having to mentor a kid because of this cult and still being able to tie it to the fucking Shining.
And
I'm like, this is so well done. It's amazing.
Yeah, I love how like at the end where he goes back to the hotel and he wakes up the hotel and shit. I was like, yo, this is fucking great.
And again, that's one of the big things he had to talk Stephen King into, from what I was reading, because does the hotel burn in the book, in the actual Shining book, or does it not survive?
He blows it up in the book.
Yeah,
and I love this point
Jack does.
That Chad made right here.
Jack does for
where watching Welcome to Derry, like I was saying earlier, it kind of made me understand Hollerin more, but like how with the Shine and all that, how he had to kind of get used to it and throughout that series, which again, if you haven't checked it out, go watch Welcome to Derry, because
I still got to do that.
Going through this, it's going to answer some questions. It's going to connect some dots for you. Go just watching that series alone.
No, but you're introduced. Not only are you making a sequel to one of the most iconic stories basically ever in print or on film, you're adding in a complete new element to propel that sequel, to make that the focus, where you're introducing this cult. How do you make people care about this cult and just the damage they're doing? They're kidnapping kids, they're killing them, stealing their essence, but making it work in stories. Yeah, torturing them. And dude, the scene where they fucking get the little leaguer.
Mick hates it.
Yeah, that scene fucks me up.
I'm like, this is they went farther than that with that than I was expecting.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, is it necessary? It kind of is, to establish how much you want to see them not get through this.
Yeah.
And understand like the stakes.
What's up, Grandizer?
It's good, Grandizer.
Hey, now, Chad, I agree with you with Maximum Overdrive. Mike Flanagan should remake that.
Well, he's actually going to be remaking The Mist, which
how many? And I've seen that, and now people are like, how many Stephen King adaptations are enough?
None. Keep going.
Do we need another Mist remake?
I think
Mist?
we'll leave it alone. It was a great adaptation for The Mist. Why not have him expand on it and tell it from the side of the shop who is opening the portal? He could pull off some really fun stuff with that.
That'd be interesting. That'd be really interesting, actually. All right, guys, we're getting too quiet.
No, that's what I was trying to think about scene with Abra.
No, we were talking about the cult. Like, I love the concept of the cult in this, and that's what propels the movie, and I think really helps the story along. And then you build in those backstory elements. Mike Flanagan was obsessed with trying to recreate his 80s flashbacks to The Shining. Again, you bring back Danny as a kid with his tricycle, like down to the fucking detail here when they go back to the Overlook. And they nail that. They bring back, is this another actor, some kind of lookalike Jack Nicholson, where Ewan McGregor sits down at the bar and he's talking to him?
Yeah.
This, I'm watching this and I'm just kind of in awe.
Yeah, and honestly, I think they did a really good job casting the child Danny and the young, his mother.
Yeah,
Wendy.
They were similar. Like they got
very similar.
Good,
very similar features with both Cat, and I'm like, they did a really good job. Like, yes, you could tell that it was different people, but it wasn't one of those things where it was so far off, or just like it took you away from the scene or took you out of the scene.
And I think it needed to be different people. Honestly, I think for us to detach.
Yeah,
and for him to marry the two, it's like we're gonna make them similar but have different faces in them.
You're trying to pull in two different generations here: people that grew up on the '80s movie and a new generation
Mm.
And
with
the irony that little Elliot from E.T. is playing Jack in this is perfect.
dude. I will say one of my favorite scenes in this. I was gonna feel about Abra when they first introduced her. Like first off, I didn't like the name until I understood more that she was into magic, and they developed the character a little more. But one of my favorite scenes in this is after the cult recognizes her and they start to come for her. She goes and finds Ewan McGregor, and he's like, "They're gonna come back." And so she basically sets up her own trap for when
Oh yeah.
what's the
Smart.
character? What's the
Rose the
character?
Hat.
Rose the Hat.
Yeah, Rose the Hat
Rose the
comes
Hat.
for her, and she fucking closes her hand in the file cabinet. He's like,
Yeah.
he said you'd be back. I'm glad you are. And just like fuck, man. Well, she's trying to get her hand out of that cabinet, and then you just like boots her from her mind, making her fly through space. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know,
fly back.
man. That was
What's crazy too is like a Freddy Krueger thing too, because her hand was hurt when she came back.
yeah. And Rose and Abra was insane. Like, she's wearing her wig. She has the white eyes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah,
Hit
she
her
did.
face well. Like
Oh.
she is, from
Like,
what I
really
understand,
establishing the level of her power.
Mhm.
from what I understand, she's probably the most powerful
Of the Shine.
Yeah.
of the Shine. John Coffey might be as well. I mean, dude could like
Yeah.
take away like diseases and such.
True.
So-
Well, you said basically he was like an angel or something, right? Someone said that.
No, he has the Shining.
Well, I know that, but I think someone said something about he was more like an angel in a way, like a godly figure.
I don't know.
I do want to mention this one part that kind of had me laughing watching it with my wife, because how Rose referred to how she referred to Abra as a bitch.
Yeah.
And then my wife was like, did she just call this
A
kid a
child
bitch?
bitch.
And
Child
yeah,
bitch.
and then right after she was like that child bitch. I started dying. I was like, holy shit, really? Tell us how you really feel.
Great acting in this too, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, the acting was great. Dude, when Ewan McGregor and the relationships he developed with Billy, like, it's a Stephen King movie, so people are gonna die at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I feel like I know who's gonna go, but I don't want it to happen. And
yeah.
so when they set up the trap for the cult there to chase down Abra, and like they shoot them all, and then before the girl fucking just evaporates, and she's like, "Kill yourself," and Billy takes
You got
the
the
shotgun.
last. You got the
Like,
last laugh there.
fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, poor Billy.
Well, poor Danny. He found someone.
And
close
and poor
wrong.
Dan, like, he has a friend for the first time in probably his entire life.
Yeah.
And
A
he
friend
mentioned it was his
who
best
like
friend.
knows him now.
Yeah.
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 And he
And
mentioned
it's
like,
not
he was like, this guy's my best friend. And then not
Probably
too
my
long
best
after
friend.
that,
Yeah.
boom. Yeah. I'm like, oh
Uh,
wow.
I like what I also found super interesting was Danny and Abra are basically inhabiting each other when they need to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's being kidnapped. Danny finally finds the strength to find her. He's like, I'm going to try something, and takes her over. And he's having the conversation with the guy driving the van. Like, that was a great fucking scene.
Did you notice the
Before he-
eyes changed?
Because
I
her
mean-
shining was asleep because of the drug, but
Yeah.
his was there.
She was weak.
Danny's realizing his full potential because he's allowing himself to, because he knows he's not his father now.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, he had to hide it. He doesn't feel that way anymore. And then crashes the van. Like, and the way Rose react as everybody got shot and shit, like,
Oh,
all
when
her
she
teammates
felt it?
dying.
Yeah. Well, detaching from the book too, and just mostly focusing on the movie, because this really is an adaptation of both the books and the original movie. The one thing I really enjoyed about like what you're saying with like Danny's power and kind of how it was coming back in is it not just that he realized he can use it because like he's not his father anymore, but also the fact that he feels like he probably hasn't been using it because when he used it as a kid, all of those ghosts came after him to
Yeah.
where he had to learn to lock them up. And I think that mirrors well with what they did in It Welcome to Derry, which at least gives me the idea that Andrew Muschietti and Mike Flanagan talk,
Mm.
you know, when they plan these things out, because like you get the Dick Halloran's box
Yep.
situation in there too. And you know, you get a little more in depth about it. But the idea that maybe Dick Halloran showed up at the Overlook to help protect him from Pennywise finding him or whatever, just that fear. But Danny now being able to use it because like he realizes like he won't be taken by these ghosts. He's stronger than all of it. And using it as, like you said at the end, it's like a way of good. Like CUC is his mom and gives her some peace.
And you know what other scene really had a fucking impact for me was their confrontation with Rose at the Overlook, where Danny's standing there with the axe and Rose is walking up the stairs behind him. It's fucking mirroring the scene from The Shining with Jack Nicholson and the mom. I'm like, I'm watching this. I'm like, this was done so fucking well.
But not just that, too. Think about, so when Danny's in the office of the doctor, played by Bruce Greenwood, and early on when he gets the orderly job, that's the same exact office from The Shining. That's Ullman's office from The Shining in the Overlook.
Oh wow. Nice.
Like everything looks the same, it's just more modernized. Like, and even the windows placed, the way they're sitting, he's sitting where his father was. So it mirrors really well with the movie.
Oh, fun fact about the cat. The name of the cat that would always pick out who was gonna die was Azzy.
Yeah.
Short for Azrael, who is the angel of death.
Wow, there you go.
Oh shit. That's cool.
That's
cool.
Dope. Yeah.
And I wanted to say something when Mick was mentioning about, Pennywise a little bit briefly. What made me, one thing that I was thinking with, I'm not sure if I'm correct or not, how this can connect with it is the fact how I know Pennywise said he likes the kids to be scared or fear when he eats them because they taste better. And in this, when they're eating the shine, it's the fear and all that because it makes them stronger. I thought that was a kind of a cool thing with that. Like I was like, so this like the fear and all that other stuff. I was like, wow.
That's used in other things. So in Randall Flagg or the Man in Black, his thing is stealing kids with the shine to help bring down the Dark Tower.
Okay.
So like that's why a lot of people that have the shine from all these different dimensions aren't there anymore, because like he's like actively kidnapping people to use their power. So like the shine can be used. And there's a lot of like, the Stand has most of them, where you have a lot of bad shiners versus a lot of good ones. So they exist on both sides. And remember, shining is only a term from this book.
Yeah,
like everybody else doesn't really call it that. So,
yeah, they don't. Yeah,
that's probably why it doesn't stand out for me as much. Well, I mean, I got to see more of his adaptations, but why it doesn't stand out for me as much. But it'll be something I'll be looking for more, paying more attention to with certain shit going on.
Yeah.
Because they don't call it shine or the shit. Yeah,
no, it's not even just as an author, but as a content creator, for lack of a better term. Stephen King's fucking brilliant to tie all this shit together in a way where like you can read all his books and pick up on how some connection or theory or something he's developed is a common thread through everything he writes somehow.
Is this the only book that don't take place in Maine?
No,
I have no idea.
Desperation doesn't.
Oh, okay.
The Langoliers, I don't think does. I have to double check. I mean, Maine is going to be a part of it in some way. Like I think even somebody talks about being from Portland in The Shining. In this movie, they're in Maine at some point too. So yeah, the hotel's not there, but
well, we know Dick Halloran was.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but even then, like I'm going with the Stephen King side. Like there's always some mention of Maine or something, but no, not all of them take place there.
Okay. I thought they did. I thought that was like the main connection, like all this shit that's taking place in Maine.
The glare, yeah, I don't think it's mentioned in many other books. I don't know what other books has mentioned the glare, but there's a lot of connections. Like if you watch movies, and we will throughout this, keep that in mind. Who has The Shining versus who may be, on the Crimson King side and stuff. And we'll get into all that as we go on. But, who's playing Randall Flagg? The Man in Black is Randall Flagg. So like Stand versus the Dark Tower versus, he pops up in different places. So,
or the monsters in the mist that are also the monsters discussed in the Dark Tower.
Yep.
Oh man, I can't wait to go through more of
the
these
Prim
movies.
or whatever it is.
Yep.
It's crazy.
But to answer your question on that, Grandizer, the book came out in 77. The movie came out in 1980.
Oh, okay. Oh man,
This is such a good movie. I bumped me up to 9.5.
9.5.
It bumped me up to a 10.
I'm gonna go 10. I'm gonna go 10. Like I saw the 3-hour runtime, and I'm like,
I enjoy all of it.
I at first, because this is the first time watch for me, but I started it, and as it went on, I only got more enthralled with the universe and what's going on, and couldn't wait for some of these characters to fucking interact with each other.
Yeah. And Abra, like, just her acting was awesome in this movie. Her acting with this,
she is a badass, man.
Yeah, she is.
She was, and I
wish there was like another movie or something comes out with her in it, like older.
Don't be surprised if she shows up.
Oh, she will.
Oh, okay.
She will. And what was I gonna say? This movie and The Shining, I feel. Well, I mean, you could say it about any movie, but they both had good scripts, good writing, good everything. Had the acting been off, that would have killed these fucking movies. Had the act, because you had everything else being so well done, like that one part right there. But and I mean, as far as not just the acting, yes, but also like the emotion shown in both films with the facial, the facial expressions and all that. That really put these movies over the top for me, like right over the top for me. I'm just like, holy shit, that really put it like boom, put the nail in the coffin, whatever you want to say with all that other shit. They did a fucking phenomenal job with this sequel right here. And again, for coming out so far away from the original, from the first movie to this, that's saying a fucking lot. That's saying a fucking lot.
Give credit, the mom from Abra's mom in this, I wrote down her name, Jocelyn Donahue, was the star of House of the Devil. Another cool horror movie.
Really good movie. If you haven't seen that.
Connection from it's a horror movie that takes place in the 80s, which to argue like why I won't give this a 10, and Chris, I think you helped me get here. When I watch the Overlook scenes, they feel not genuine. I don't feel like I'm really there.
Oh,
it feels like a set. But again, like when I watch the original, I'm like, they're there. They're like, this is a real tangible place. Like, like they really, the atmosphere, I think in that movie is better than in this movie.
Okay.
But both excellent movies, though.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Remember, the atmosphere changes. Like that's all horror. Like there's a lot, like it's meant to build tension. This isn't always. This is supposed to take you on highs and lows. Like it gets dark, don't get me wrong, and there's tension. But you feel good when he's working with the other patients. You feel good. Like there's a redemption arc here that other movie was not going to have.
Yeah.
No, you're right about that. And I like how oh shit, where was I with this?
Oh, and Danny opening his boxes. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh yeah, the fucking end when opens, awesome.
To take care of Rose the Hat.
Oh my god, when he's just like, oh, and they're hungry.
They're hungry. He just opened, and I like how they showed it. That each one is like a domino effect. They're all unlocked.
And I'm not like, and once I couldn't think of a better ending than him basically saying he always knew he was gonna end there at the hotel, burning it down. Movie wise, like I know it's different than the books, clearly, but like movie wise, I'm like it's a great fucking ending.
And I like how Danny ended up becoming Abra's hollering.
Well, okay, so
yeah.
To add to that, it is when it comes to The Shining, and I'm just going to keep calling it The Shining. I'm not going with The Glare or anything else. I'm a Shining guy, so I'm going to go with that.
The Shining.
It is like when you have two people with The Shining or The Shine, they form a quartet. And that is big in the Stephen King universe, forming quartets. The Losers Club was a quartet. That's why they all had small amounts of shine in them. But together, they could defeat Pennywise. Because they like that quartet is what makes those powers stronger. Is when you have. That's why it doesn't feed on. That's why Jack being isolated and maybe having the shine wasn't working for him. There was no cadet. He's connected with no one. Now he probably could have connected with his son, and it could have been better or worse, depending on how you look at it. But but you see when you have a powerful one like Dick Halloran and Danny, and then Danny and Abra.
Yeah.
So and like even like the True Knot, they had their cadet, and that's why they were stronger for it. So it is imperative, like that you talk about when people have the shining in these different things as we go on with Stephen King, when they're together and they form that sort of group or coalition or however you want to look at it, it is actively stronger.
Interesting.
So that's why the Man in Black is trying to get people with the shine, but it never really fully works because they're not connected. They're connected, but it's not like a cadet is on a deeper emotional level.
Yeah.
You know,
I knew this kid looked familiar. So the kid that played the baseball
Yeah.
kid,
Yep.
he was in Good Boys.
He's the one from Good Boys.
Number
Good
19.
Number 19. Yeah, he was the one from Good. I just had to Google it real quick and see.
Oh, he was the guy, one of the kids from Good Boys.
Yeah. Yes.
He was in Sovereign this past year. He's like 16 now. He's a very good actor.
He
was the main good boy.
Okay. He's got a great future.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I just had to throw that out there because I'm like, where?
Jason, you need to read The Dark Tower. It's literally the only Stephen King books I've read.
So it's your favorite?
There's no real need to watch the movie, though. That was an embarrassment.
Well, we're gonna have to.
Yeah, we are.
I do want to watch it as we do this. Like,
if it wasn't Dark Tower related and a completely separate movie with just Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey, it would be a different form of entertainment.
I liked it. That's the thing. I realize now that how stupid it is because I didn't know much about the Dark Tower going in.
Yeah.
I had read individual Stephen King books over the years, but I didn't get into the whole universe. It wasn't until I heard that Father Callahan was in the Dark Tower series in the Wolves book. I can't remember which one that was. I was like, oh, I want to learn more about this because Callahan.
I think that's the fourth one.
Yeah. He's from Salem's Lot, and like I like his character in it. So I was like, all right, there's more to learn about this. So once I deep dove and I learned more about the Dark Tower, but I watched the movie before I did that. So like,
and then you read the books, and then you read the books and realized that more and more this movie sucks.
Oh yeah, no, it's dog shit. And in fairness, I did not read the books. I read the graphic novel.
Oh, okay. Well, either way,
yeah,
it doesn't take much to realize it was a poor adaptation.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. But I am anxious to watch a lot of these even bad ones during this rewatch to see what connects where though.
I don't want to go off. I'm trying to save my tangent. I have a tangent I'm trying not to go off on right now just because that got brought up. So I'm really holding back.
Save it for there.
Grandizer, I know I have said listen to the books. I'm all for read, listen to the books or whatever. But the listening, I will give Sturdy the credit on that one because it took me a while to come around to audiobooks. I was like, I got to read them. But my eyes have been going over the years, so like reading has really put a strain on. So listening to them has been really nice.
I kind of want to go back and listen to them now. I've read them. I have them all physical copies that I read. But now
all right, guys, we're going to do a Stephen King book club. We're all going to
go back now. I'd go back and listen to them just because I don't want to take the time to read them again.
No, the book club's not content because that would take forever.
For me, it's more so of it's just easier like if you're doing shit around the house, at work, or because I can listen to my headphones at work, so I'll throw one of the books on audiobook or whatever the case and just listen to it for the whole day, and there you go. I mean, Stephen King's 47-hour book, you at least got 8 hours of it done in a work day.
Listen, Aaron, I tried. Like the longest I went so far listening to an audiobook was 4 hours.
That's not bad.
That's the only time. The other times were like an hour or something. Then I give up during my work day. I'm saying I'm in the office.
That's good, dude. I listen to a chapter, which maybe takes like 30 minutes, and then I'm like, all right, I'll come back to it.
Oh, okay.
Like I treat it like a book, like
okay,
you know, like just kind of like listen to it for a little while, and like it's nice. I get into a nice cozy space, or I do the dishes or something, have the book on, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go do something else, and then come back to it later. Like,
It's
man,
just my
I'm
main
really
thing is like music. I'd rather have like the music pulls me. I'm like, oh, I should listen because I'm in the middle of it right now, and but the book confuses the shit out of me. There's chapters
jumps around.
inside of chapters.
Yeah.
It does
I'm
jump
like,
around.
what the fuck is going on? I was like, part 4. What?
It's his hardest book to read.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's definitely his hardest book. The Stand wasn't hard, but the Stand, it jumps around too because you have so many characters. I don't know, his easy. I mean, and I'm not counting his novellas. His Bachman books are the easiest to read.
Okay.
If you want a real mind fuck, Gerald's Game. That's the whole thing.
I seen that movie.
The movie's good too. They did a good job.
Yeah.
The Dark Tower is a 8-book cohesive story, but there's so much craziness in it. You're like, how the fuck is this part of the story?
Oh, what's his name? The guy, Grandpa in this.
Oh,
he was the guy from Gerald's Game.
Oh,
which we'll see as well. He was the guy that was in the corner that was watching her while she was.
Oh shit!
And then she sees him in prison, not in prison, in the courthouse later.
Wow.
Yeah, so everything's so intertwined.
I don't know. It's just a weird, crazy ass universe that Stephen King has built to some extent.
It's a good movie, Grandizer.
Grandizer, to give you sort of an idea, it's about a woman and her husband in a cabin out in the middle of the nowhere. During sex, he handcuffs her to the bedpost and then dies.
Yeah,
awesome.
That's where I'm leaving it. Go for it.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah,
that sounds like porn. That sounds like porn material.
No, it's definitely a Stephen King material.
Yeah,
sounds like there's
he's probably on drugs and watching porn.
Like there's some necrophilia in there.
I will say, for anyone who's like sort of interested in like current events, I would say read the Bachman books.
Necrophilia,
which we talked about. The Long Walk, that's coming up on this show too. We talked about on the Sturdy show. That's one of his books. Road Work is pretty wild. That should have been a TV movie. I don't know if that ever was one. I can't remember the other ones. But they're all sort of the little guy is dealing with like some sort of power dynamic that's affecting him in a big way. It's not really supernatural based, but it's wild. I say check him out. But.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, again, for those of you that are watching or that watch Popcorn and Pints, join the journey of us with the Stephen King journey. It's been a fun ride. It's been a really really fun ride so far.
I always wanted to see all his movies, but I never got around to it. But now,
so what's on the agenda next week then?
The Shining, the miniseries.
The miniseries. It's just 4.5 hours long.
Just the miniseries we're watching for next.
Yeah, just that.
Okay.
Yep.
Boom. This right here.
Yep.
And what's cool about this is this was actually shot in the hotel in Colorado, the Stanley in Colorado. It wasn't shot in England like the other one.
Okay.
No, this one, no. It was shot in Colorado, but you do realize the actual hotel he stayed at wasn't that one.
No.
He stayed at the Overlook.
Oh yeah.
But they call it the Overlook in the movie, I believe.
Yep.
They did, yeah.
But it was shot at the Stanley Hotel in Colorado. Because there's a movie a friend of mine worked on, the Reese Witherspoon movie. I think it was Wild. And they shot at the actual Overlook in Oregon. And they stayed there while they were shooting.
Oh, okay.
And she told me some stories about that shit. But like, I'm interested. Like, she told me stories, nothing ghost stories, but just like the idea of being in this place that is like an inspiration. But the actual place, like they have the room set aside, like you said your nephew's staying in it. Yeah, like that's gonna be wild. Like to be able to walk those halls.
I mean, again, I was there a few years ago, and it felt cool to be there. It felt really cool to be there. And like I said, when we were talking about The Shining, I'm going to put it in my retirement. But if I ever go there again, especially overnight, I will be watching that movie in there just because I'm like, I feel like it has to give it just an extra little feel of just, because he wrote the book.
I want to say that The Shining miniseries we're going to watch was filmed at the actual hotel, or the set was built to look like it.
Oh, okay.
Just from pictures I've seen. So I don't know 100%.
I think the Shining miniseries was shot there, and then the movie was shot on set in I forgot what part of England they said it was on set for. Or
No,
whatever.
that's what it is. The Overlook is the one in Colorado. The Stanley is the one in
Oregon.
I think it's Oregon. I'm not sure.
Mm.
Oh, it might be Colorado too, but I'm not 100% sure which one's which.
I forgot.
Yeah, I mean,
but
when we get to that one, I'll know.
Yeah. By next week.
I didn't do my work researching that.
But
By the way, there's punishment movies.
well, yeah, we're gonna get to that. But I was gonna say, are we good with Dr. Sleep? Does anybody have anything?
I'm a 10. It can't go any higher.
10. Yeah, I'm 10.
Well, no.
man.
Does anybody change the ratings up or down? Does anybody have any
9.5 for me.
about this one or The Shining, or is everybody set with it?
I'm good.
Right.
All right. Well, I guess we got the Punisher movies we could discuss. Well, Gamer and Mick when he pops back.
I guess Mick is blowing his nose. Oh, there he is.
I'm here.
Are you sure it's his nose?
Probably not.
I wish nothing's going in. It's all like coming out.
Well, you know what? Your nose is looking a little red. So
If you could, if that,
I'm here.
if every time you shot and it sounded like you were blowing your nose, you know how crazy that would be.
Oh my god, dude! I wish
You
my
wish.
sneezes sounded like gunshots.
Oh, okay.
I would go to every party I could.
Have a good one, Chad.
Have a good one, Chad.
Night, Chad.
But,
Who wants to go first?
All right. Considering I'll probably be long-winded, why don't you let Gamer
all right.
go?
Well, I gotta go pee, so you go ahead and start. I'll be back.
You don't know Bad Girls, you jerk.
I want to hear it, but I didn't think this episode was gonna go on for almost 2 hours.
It was 6-hour movies.
yeah.
All right, go potty.
So I had Trapped in Paradise, starring Sturdy's favorite actor in the whole wide world, Nicolas Cage, John Lovitz, and Dana Carvey, which I actually had fun with it. I enjoyed it. I think Sturdy would enjoy it. I think he would actually appreciate how good Mr. Cage actually is in it, his performances, because he saves their asses every single time because he's acting as an actor while acting. He's phenomenal. I loved it. I had a great time. It does get silly and stupid. I'm going to give it as a punishment movie a 0. As a movie itself, 7.5. Go enjoy.
Wow.
And this is why the punishment wheel is going to be revised. Because
I got some bad ones for the list.
Every single time. We're going to be working on it this week. So by the time you guys see the punishment wheel again, it's going to be... Anytime any of us get punished, we're going to be pissed. Not just a little bored or this movie was corny.
Yep.
No, fuck that. It's going to be, fuck everybody.
Big shout out to Warden
brotherly
Tim.
buddy kind of crime movie. If you guys are into that, you want to see like a bank robbery job from, early 90s, but with a loving, caring soul and out of basically a Christmas movie, you may really like it.
Oh, see, that sounds like that would torture me. I'm not.
No, you like it. I'd put it. It's a good movie.
Okay.
It is such a good movie.
I never heard of it.
Dana Carvey and John Lovitz.
So they got the comedy in there.
I want to choke Dana Carvey. His face just irks me for some reason, but he was okay in this. I actually liked him in this being weird and quirky.
I used to watch the Dana Carvey show or whatever the fuck it was called.
Oh, the Master of Disguise.
Oh God.
Oh, I remember that. Turtle.
We are gonna get some bad ones though, because even mine wasn't that bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we need the bad ones. Like when we first put the wheel together a few years back, every movie on there was terrible.
Don't worry, I like the ones that Warden Tim gave us are horrible.
Good.
So to the point where we'll hate each other for the punishment. So
I mean, I just want to say this: you, as far as the punishments go, you're only gonna be mad at yourself or your wife because you had to watch that damn movie.
Listen, neither here nor there. So should I get this over with? All right.
Yeah,
go for it.
Bad Girls from 1994, which I had to rent, by the way. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's the punishment.
You had to
So
pay money for it.
It stars Madeline Stowe, Andy McDowell, Drew Barrymore, and who's the fourth one?
Does it matter?
Remember. It does. It does matter because they weren't bad in it. I'm just trying to think of the fourth. Oh,
Carrie,
the one I actually met out of all of them. It's Mary Stewart,
Yeah.
or Mary Stewart Elizabeth, whatever the fuck.
Masterson?
It's just like one of those long lines.
Mary
of,
Stuart
like,
Masterson.
Mary Stewart, but there is Mary Stewart Master Antonio too. But Mary Stewart Masterson I met at the 2008 Florida Film Festival. She had a movie there. Very nice woman. But in this movie, they play 4 women of the saloon, so to speak, who, when a corrupt colonel comes in and tries to, I guess, get one of them to smile, the other one shoots him and kills him, and then they have to get out of town. It was the old
Or a
West.
smile?
Yeah,
Okay.
James.
That
You
doesn't
told the
sound-
woman to smile the other day with your fist up like this. Like, what are you talking about?
Sounds like the beginning of a lot of porn movies.
I'm just gonna say he was joking when he said that.
I don't remember saying it.
Yep.
James's
I was
wife puts him
joking.
in headlocks. I've seen it.
Anyway, so like they have to mad dash out of town, and then like you find out like Madeline Stowe's character is connected to a bad guy. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Like they're bad girls, whatever. It's not a bad Western. It's just like it's one of those women empowerment type of movies, which I feel had their place even back then. There's 4 good actors at the helm. They all progressively got better at acting. I don't know why this was like they were all like treated like maybe a little bit past their prime, which is weird to say because Drew Barrymore was like 19 in this. Just goes to show you what people's thinking was. But like I look at this and I'm like,
Well, when you factor in the drugs, she was probably 32.
she was the sex symbol of this movie, and she was a hardcore stunt woman in this one.
Yeah.
She pulled off some stunts in this. Like I'll give it to her. She did a good job. Again, for what it was a 90s Western. Like, that wasn't on the best side. It's not Tombstone, but it is like it wasn't bad. They're all still beautiful, so I don't understand why this was like sort of treated like past their prime. I was like, what's her name is in Welcome to Derry? Madeline Stowe. She plays Kirsch. Andy McDowell still looks great, and she has gray hair now, so it's already like even better on my part. That's Margaret Qualley's mom, who, if we ever did a remake of this, I think should be in it playing her mom's whole character.
Margaret Qualley's mom. All right. Wow.
Yep, and I would say Sabrina Carpenter should play the Drew Barrymore part.
Ooh.
Ariana DeBoss should play the Mary Stewart
Masterson.
Whatever.
Whatever.
She should play that character. And I don't know. I was thinking maybe like Scarlett Johansson as a Madeline Stowe character. This could be done pretty well. I mean, I would put it on the level of like Young Guns, which I know people are going to freak the fuck out because it's like, oh, that's a great, and I love that movie, but it's hokey. There's some problems to it. It's not perfect, and that's what these movies were. They were just sort of like fantasy type of westerns.
Okay.
I didn't mind it though. I don't, as a punishment movie, I don't know what that is, so I'll give it a 3 because I had to pay for it.
Okay.
But it wasn't like one that like I would say is like bothered me. The movie was fine.
What would you give the movie rating then?
5.5 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's about it.
Which
I don't
I
think it deserves
do like. I do like that little fact that I gamer through it. It's like as a punishment, it was a
Yeah,
zero.
it's
Listen,
a good way to put it. Yeah.
For any guys out there that are wondering, yes, there are titties in it.
Oh.
Drew Barrymore's.
I think so. I don't remember. I was like into the movie, so it wasn't really like they just popped up. So it was like everybody's happy about
That
that.
was a fun bonus.
That's good. That's good.
Oh man.
But shit. Well, that was their punishment, and I mean, I guess we can kind of wrap this one up. So listen, people, make sure you guys go check out Fade Theory, go check out Stories from a Bar, check out Worst Damn Gamer. What?
Next Friday, if we could plug it real quick before we go.
Oh well, yeah. Check out the Scene Snobs and go ahead.
Just a charity script read. We're doing Curse of the Swamp Creatures. Starts at 7 p.m. next Friday night. We're collecting for Chris Harris, who's having a really tough time with MS right now. He's in the hospital, and now he's stuck. He's not able to work. So he has a GoFundMe going. Please join in. It's going to be absurdity read. We're going to have a fun time with it, and hopefully you guys can be there.
Yes. Please be there. It's going to be a great time. I don't have the title card for it. I'll pop it up real quick. But please be there if you can. share. And if you can afford to donate, please help donate. Chris is an awesome person. And let's help him out. And make sure you guys are here next week for The Shining miniseries. At 8 o'clock. And then this Thursday at 8 o'clock, we're doing Frankenstein from 2025, Guillermo del Toro's movie.
I've been wanting to see this.
Me too.
Yep.
I'm so excited to see this. And yeah, I'm glad you guys all came. Hi, Jamie. But we're gonna wrap this one up though.
I always come.
Thanks for popping by, and peace.